let's talk about the body's essential sparks. What even are electrolytes and why are they such a huge deal?
Okay, the easiest way to think about it is this. Electrolytes are basically your body's internal wiring. They're minerals, like sodium and potassium, that dissolve in your body fluids and carry a tiny electric charge. And that charge is the spark. It's what allows your nerves to fire, what makes your muscles contract, and what keeps your cells perfectly hydrated. Without them, the whole system just grinds to a halt.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. It's not just about having electrolytes. It's about having them in exactly the right place. Your body is constantly maintaining two very distinct fluid environments. You can almost think of them as two different teams, working together to keep you in perfect balance.
So on one side, you have the intracellular team. That's all the fluid inside your trillions of cells. On the other side is the extracellular team. That's the fluid outside your cells. So your blood plasma, the fluid between your tissues, all that stuff. And the real secret to health is that these two teams have completely different star players, and keeping them separated is absolutely critical.
All right, let's meet the players on Team Intracellular. The captain here, without a doubt, is potassium. It's the star player for nerve signals and muscle function. Then you've got magnesium. Think of it as the busy coach, running around managing hundreds of different chemical reactions inside the cell. And then there's phosphate, which is kind of like the cell's rechargeable battery pack, because it's a crucial part of ATP, your body's main energy molecule.
Now for the team on the outside. The undisputed captain here is sodium. It's the master regulator of your body's fluid levels and your blood pressure. It's got a trusty partner, chloride. You've also got calcium, which acts as the trigger for muscle contraction, and bicarbonate, which is like the referee, making sure your blood pH stays right in that perfect, stable zone.
So you have these two teams perfectly balanced. But what happens when that system breaks down? Well, that leads us to the crisis of severe dehydration. And let me tell you, this is so much more than just being thirsty. In diseases like cholera, severe diarrhea causes the body to lose just enormous amounts of fluid. But here's the critical part. It is not just water that's being lost. It's a massive loss of the extracellular team, especially sodium. This throws the entire body's balance into life-threatening chaos. And just drinking plain water, it can't fix this. In fact, it can dilute the electrolytes you have left and make things even worse. So, faced with this absolutely deadly problem, researchers discovered a solution that was, breathtakingly simple. But it was also an absolute work of genius. Oral Rehydration Salts, or ORS. And this just perfectly illustrates the elegance of great science. ORS is really nothing more than a carefully measured packet of simple sugar, glucose, and some essential salts designed to be mixed with clean water. That's it. It's cheap, it's stable, and it's incredibly effective at reversing life-threatening dehydration. So, how? The secret is a beautiful biological trick called the sodium-glucose buddy system. See, your intestinal cells have these special gateways to pull in glucose for energy, but here is the magic part. The gateway has a rule. Glucose can't come in alone. It has to bring a sodium ion along for the ride. It's like a mandatory +1. So as this pair gets pulled into the body, the sodium acts like a powerful magnet, pulling water in right behind it through osmosis. The glucose is essentially the key that unlocks the door for both salt and water to come flooding back into the body. It's just so clever. And this simple biological mechanism didn't just stay in a textbook. From the lab, it became an absolute lifesaver, one of the single greatest public health interventions in human history. So the breakthrough came back in the 1960s, when scientists were desperately trying to treat cholera patients and figured out this co-transport mechanism. By 1978, the World Health Organization and UNICEF realized its potential and launched a massive global campaign to make ORS available everywhere. And today, that simple packet of sugar and salt saves an estimated 1 to 2 million lives every single year. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The prestigious medical journal The Lancet called ORS potentially the most important medical advance of the 20th century. Think about that. That puts it right up there with antibiotics and vaccines, all from understanding a simple buddy system in our own cells. So if you're studying for an exam, let's just boil this down. Here are the crucial takeaways. 1, that balance between intracellular potassium and extracellular sodium is vital. It's everything. 2, the big danger in diarrhea is losing both water and electrolytes. 3, the genius of ORS is using glucose to pull sodium and water back into the body. And 4, the impact of this simple science has been absolutely monumental for global health. And that leaves us with a final thought. The story of ORS is such a powerful reminder that sometimes the most profound solutions aren't the most complex or expensive. It makes you wonder, right? What other simple, elegant ideas are out there, just waiting to be discovered, that could save millions more lives?